Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Physiotherapy Online Lectures. Today we are going to study stomach anatomy. Okay, under the stomach anatomy heading, we are going to study definition of and function. Number B will be the location of stomach in the abdomen, shape, size, and capacity of stomach. Next, external features, orifices, curvature, and surfaces. Next will be subdivision, cardiac orifice, and pyloric orifice. Relations in respect to peritoneum relation, visceral relation, and inferior relation. Next, blood supply of stomach, lymphatic drainage, and nerve supply. And lastly, applied anatomy. Under these headings, we are going to study the stomach. At first, definition of stomach. So, the stomach is a muscular bag forming the widest and most distended or distensible part of the digestive tube. It is, in the next para, connected above to lower end of the esophagus and below to the duodenum. Okay. Now the function of the stomachs. It acts as reservoir of food and helps in digestion of protein and fats. Okay, so this is the function of stomach. Next we'll go to the location. B location of the stomach. It is located in the upper left part of abdomen in the epigastric umbilical and hypochondriac region. So, what are these regions? It in the upper left part of the abdomen, in the gastric, umbilical, and hypochondriac. The abdomen is divided into 9 regions. I have drawing it 9 regions of abdomen. This is right hypochondrium region. Okay, this whole region, it is the region of the abdomen. Okay, middle portion is the epigastric region. This here epigastric or epigastrium, epigastric region. This is the left hypochondrium region. Okay, and middle portion is the right lumbar region. Right lumbar region. This is umbilical region. Left lumbar region. Next is right iliac region. It is hypogastrium. Like this is epigastrium, so hypogastrium. This is left iliac. So the stomach is located in the epigastric region, umbilical region. It's means here epigastric region. Okay, here is umbilical region, and hypochondriac region means this one. This will be left part of the abdomen, already told. So left hypochondriac region here. So these three stomach is situated in these three region. This one, this one, this one. Suppose here. Okay. Next, go to the 1 minute. After the location, know the shape of the stomach. When the stomach is empty, it is inverted J-shaped. Okay, now the size. Next, size of the abdomen, stomach. It is of 10 inches. Next, we will study the capacity of the abdomen. The capacity is 30 milliliter at birth, 30 milliliter at birth, 1 liter at puberty, and 1.5 to 2 liter in adult. So this is the capacity of the stomach. Next we will go to the number C is the external features, orifices, curvature and surfaces. So the external features of stomach. Before drawing the external feature or study, we will draw the stomach. Will know this one is known as cardiac notch. This portion is known as the fundus. This is the anterior surface. This one is greater curvature. This one is lesser curvature. This is pyloric antrum. This is angular notch. Pyloric canal. Next, this is the cardiac orifice. And this one is the pyloric orifice. Okay, so this whole section is the external features. Portion is the external features of the stomach. In stomach, there are two orifices, two curvatures, two surfaces. Two orifices or opening, you can say orifices or opening. Our number one is the cardiac orifice. This one is a cardiac orifice. Number two is the pyloric orifice. This one is the pyloric orifice. Next is to curvature or you can say the curvature as the border. Lesser, number one, lesser curvature. This one is the whole lesser curvature, and this one is the greater curvature. Two surfaces are the anterior surface and two is the posterior surface. This is the anterior surface back side of this is the posterior surface. So this portion is further subdivided into three. The stomach is further subdivided into three. This portion is known as the fundus. This portion is fundus. This portion up to this is body. This portion is fundus, this portion is body, and this portion is pylorus. Three, one fundus, body, and pylorus. So at first we'll go to the two orifices. Here are the orifices. There are number one is the cardiac orifice. This is the cardiac orifice. This is the cardiac orifice. Yeah. What is the cardiac orifice? It is joined by the lower end of esophagus. Okay, it lies behind the left seventh costal cartilages. 1 inch from the junction with the sternum at the level of T11 vertebrae. Okay. Number one was the, and number two is the pyloric orifice. This one is the pyloric orifice. It's opens into the duodenum. Okay. Next, number P is the curvatures or border. First one is the lesser curvature. It is concave. See, this one is the lesser curvature. This one is the lesser curvature. it is concave. Okay. And forms the right border of the stomach. It forms the right border of the stomach. It provides attachment to lesser omentum. See here, the lesser omentum attaches here. The lesser omentum attaches here. Okay, this is the lesser momentum. Another is the angular notch or it is also known as incisura angularis is present over the lesser curvature. Incisura angularis, angular notch or angular notch or incisura angularis. Number C, number 2 is the greater curvature. The greater curvature, it is concave and it will be just opposite. It is convex and forms the just opposite to this left border of the stomach. Okay, it provides attachment to greater omentum. Here the greater omentum is attached here. This is the greater momentum. Okay. Along with not only the greater momentum, along with that gastro splenic ligament and gastrophrenic ligament. Gastrophrenic ligament and gastrophrenic ligament. And next one will be the here cardiac notch is present at its upper end. No? Cardiac notch. See? Here is the cardiac notch. And it is in the greater curvature. The angular notch is present here. This is the angular notch. And this is the cardiac. It is angular notch is present in the lesser curvature, and this is the cardiac notch present in the greater curvature. Okay. Next, we'll go to the surfaces. See, surfaces. Surface. Two surfaces are there. One is anterior surface. It faces forward, and upward. Posterior surface. It faces backward and downwards, just opposite to the anterior surface. Next, we'll go to the parts. Here, curvature, the subdivisions or parts. This number D. It's the parts of stomach. The stomach is divided into two main parts by a line downwards and to the left from the angular notch. These are number one is the cardiac part, number two is pyloric part. This is the cardiac part, this upper portion, lower this portion is the pyloric part. Now the cardiac part is further subdivided into fundus and number two is body. So this is the fundus part and this is the body part. Number A is fundus, is upper convex dome shaped part situated above a horizontal line drawn at the level of cardiac orifice. Number B, body. The body of stomach lies between the fundus and pyloric antrum. So from here to here is the body part. This is the pyloric antrum. So up to here is the body. This orange denotes the body. This blue denotes the fundus part. Okay. Next cardiac part number 2. Pyloric part. It is further subdivided into number A, pyloric antrum, B, pyloric canal. Now, pyloric antrum is separated from the pyloric canal by an inconstant sulcus. The sulcus is known as the intermedius sulcus, which is present on the greater curvature, which is 7.5 centimeter long. Number B is the pyloric canal. It is about 2.5 centimeter long on the right side, which continues with the first part of duodenum. Through the pyloric orifice. It is narrow and tubular. So these are the subdivision or parts. Okay, subdivision of part, the cardiac orifice and pyloric orifice. Now we'll go to the relations: peritoneal relation, visceral relation and inferior relation. Number E. Relation of stomach. Number 1 is peritoneal. One is the peritoneal relation, which is the peritoneal relation. The stomach is covered by peritoneum anteriorly and posteriorly. Okay. Anteriorly and posteriorly, the coverings continues, the peritoneum continues as the lesser omentum. At the lesser curvature and greater omentum at the greater curvature. Next one is the gastrosplenic ligament. What is it? Extension of peritoneum between the cardiac end of stomach and spleen. Next one is the gastrophrenic ligament. It is also the extension of same peritoneum, same as this, between the cardiac end of stomach and diaphragm. Diaphragm in another term is known as the phrenic. So it is the extension between the cardiac end of the stomach and diaphragm. Next point is the bare area of stomach. Important. These are the peritoneal relation. Under the peritoneum relation we are studying. Bare area of stomach. It is the small area of stomach on its posterior surface, which comes in direct contact with diaphragm without peritoneum. That is the bare area of stomach. Okay. These are the peritoneal relation. Number 2 is the visceral relation. In visceral relation, anterior relation, in the anterior relation there lies the liver, diaphragm and anterior abdominal wall, along with the left pleura, pericardium and 6th to 9th rib separated by diaphragm. And posterior visceral relation, the structure present in posterior relation of stomach forms the stomach bed. Very important one. Forms the stomach bed. Following are the structures forms the stomach bed. Number 1, the diaphragm. Number 2, the left kidney. The suprarenal gland. The pancreas. Number 5, the transverse mesocolon. 6, splenic flexure of colon. Number 7, splenic artery. Frequently the question is asked about the stomach bed. What is stomach bed? Stomach bed is the structure present in the posterior relation to the stomach. The following are the structures of the stomach bed are the diaphragm, left kidney, suprarenal gland, the pancreas, the transverse mesocolon, the splenic flexure of colon, and the splenic artery. So this is the stomach bed. The left crux of the diaphragm, left suprarenal gland, left kidney, splenic artery, spleen. Sometimes you can add also the spleen in case pancreas, mesocolon, and a splenic flexure of colon. You can some add the spleen and write it out sometimes. Sometimes it may present. So this is the diagram of the stomach bed. Okay. Next we will study the interior of the stomach. Okay, the interior of the stomach. First interior, that is gastric roof. Gastric roof is present in the interior portion. What is gastric root? It is the mucosa of an stomach which is thrown into folds formed as gastric root. Next, gastric pit. On the mucosal surface there are numerous small depression called gastric pit. Okay. Number 3, gastric canal. This is the part of lumen of the stomach that lies along the lesser curvature. So these are the interior. After this, we will go to the relation after and go to the blood supply, lymphatic drainage and nerve supply. Coming to the blood supply of stomach. Number 1, left gastric artery, which is a branch of celiac trunk, which is a branch of celiac trunk. Number 2, right gastric artery, which is a branch of hepatic artery. Number 3, right gastro epiploic artery, which is a branch of gastro duodenal artery. Number 4, left gastro epiploic artery, which is a branch of splenic artery. Number 5 to 7, short gastric artery, which are the branch of also the splenic artery. Next, after blood supply, the venous drainage. Number 1, portal vein. Number 2, superficial mesenteric vein. Number 3, splenic vein. These are the 3 venous drainage. Next we'll go lymphatic drainage. Lymphatic drainage. Number 1 is the pancreatico splenic nodes. 2, left gastric nodes. Number 3, right gastro epiploic nodes. Number 4, pyloric nodes. Number 5, hepatic nodes. Number 6, left gastric nodes. So these are the lymphatic drainage of stomach. Now we'll go to the nerve supply. Nerve supply of stomach. It is the nerve supply is divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic. Number 1 is sympathetic nerve supply. 2, parasympathetic nerve supply. Sympathetic from T6 to T10 nerve root. From parasympathetic from vagus nerve through the esophageal plexus. These are the 2 sympathetic nerve supply from T6 to T10 nerve roots, and parasympathetic from the vagus nerve through the esophageal plexus. Okay, now next and last is the applied anatomy. In applied anatomy, and go to number 1 is hyperacidity. Number 2 is gastric ulcers. Number 3 is CA of stomach or cancer. CA of stomach. Number 4, applied anatomy. The gastric pain is felt in the epigastrium. Why? Because the stomach is supplied by T6 to T10 segment. Supplied by the T6 to T10 segment, which also supplies the upper part of the anterior abdominal wall. Number 5 is the gastroscopy. So these are the applied anatomy. So total A is divided in these sections, and the question is asked from this area, from these areas of the stomach. Okay, today's class is over. Thank you.